In episode 5, I taught you how to build trust with your content even when you're not wild about being on camera. But today I want to give you the missing piece, the system that will keep your content consistent without burning you out. Hi, I'm Joe Nortrup, author of Learn How to Build a Brand for Smart People in Under 2 Hours, and I help second act professionals, small business owners, and late bloomers learn the fundamentals of building a personal brand. Today, we're going to see how the sausage gets made. I'm glad you're here. I'll see you on the inside. Welcome to Get Voice Engine, where you'll learn the fundamentals of how to build a personal brand, the process for developing your own unique niche, and finding your voice. I'm your host, Joe Nortrup. Let's get started. Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you decided to stay for the rest of the episode. I promise you won't be disappointed. So most people that create content eventually give up, and it's not because they lack value. It's because they lack structure. They don't have a process in place for making content week after week after week. So every week becomes a guessing game, wondering, well, what am I going to talk about this week? And of course, that can become very exhausting and very stressful. That is why you need what I call 3 clearly defined message pillars. These are the topics that will define your voice when you show up online. Message pillars are the what behind your personal brand. These are the 3 lanes that you are going to consistently create content from. For example, my message pillars are reinventing yourself after 45, building a personal brand as a PPI or a prominent person of impact, and showing up with consistency and systems online. My 3 message pillars guide everything that I say, and that is what builds recognition and trust, that consistency. So now, to build our content creation matrix, all we need to do is combine these 3 message pillars with our 3 trust pillars that we learned about last week. You remember our trust pillars from last week. They're teach something that you know, share a story, and talk to one person. And our trust pillars really are what we're going to refer to now as our formatting. They're how we're going to show up, whereas our message pillars are what we're going to say when we do show up. So now, combining these 2 sets of pillars into this matrix, this content creation matrix, we have a plug-and-play system for creating content every week. For example, week 1, teach something you know, and it's going to be inspired by the topic that you chose for your message pillar number 1. Week 2, you're going to tell a story, and that story is going to be inspired or informed by the topic of message pillar number 2. In week 3, you're going to give some direct advice to somebody, and that direct advice is going to be inspired by that message pillar number 3 that you've picked, whatever that topic is. So this is really the difference between creators that burn out and creators that break through. By having this system, content creation becomes so much easier, so much less stressful, because it takes the guessing game out of it. You literally plug in your message pillars into your trust pillars, and pump out content on the other end of that matrix. So it's that easy. So that's it. If you want to stay consistent, you really need a system more than you need any more inspiration from influencers online. So I'll leave a link in the description so that you can download this content creation matrix and get started. One, picking out what your 3 topics, your message pillars are going to be, and then 2, plugging them into this matrix and running them through the filter of those 3 trust pillars, and just see what kind of content ideas you come up. I guarantee you that it is crazy how it's a very simple system, but it really, just by having these couple little prompts working for you, it really helps you develop content rather easily. So if you like what you learned here today, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Just getting started in YouTube. I've been on LinkedIn for a minute, but as far as YouTube goes, I'm just getting started, and what helps us grow and what would help this content get pushed out to others that need it is for those who listen to it to subscribe. So uh, if you feel like this content is bringing value to you and is something you can actually use to really start building a personal brand, then please like and subscribe. Thanks for being here. Come back next week and I'll have some more information for you about how to build a strong personal brand. And I appreciate you being here. Take care.